Welcome, everybody, to the Joyful Finding Show. Happy Friday the 13th. It's October. Woo! How are you guys doing today? I'm so glad you guys are joining me. I see there's a bunch of you joining in and saying hello to each other. I love our little tribe. Say hello to each other. Hello. Hello. Welcome. 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 I'm so glad you guys are here. Let's see where this show will take us this evening. I know that there's going to be a lot of healing going on, okay, because there's a lot of healing that needs to take place. Whether you're feeling it anywhere within your body, there's something that needs healing, right? We're all going through the processes of healing, okay? And I'm using my magic wand of my selenite today. And then I have some crystals set up over here because I felt like they were needed today. So whatever we're bringing in and all this added energy, right? Because the energy has been out of control. I can't keep track of days, times. If I didn't have my calendar and my phone, and sometimes that doesn't even help, time is an illusion, my friends, and we're getting closer and closer to that. So let's say that's all good. We're changing up the energy because you guys are bringing forth a lot of energy right now. So you guys are adding to all this healing energy. Oh my gosh, you guys are doing incredible work. You guys really want to let go of a lot of stuff right now. And this is a perfect time. And I can feel a little bit of pressure going on in somebody's head. Let's release any pressure that we might be feeling anywhere within our bodies, whether it's in your heads, your foreheads, your eyes, anywhere where you feel it, in your throat, because yeah, I'm feeling it. Some of you out there are still having this throat issue. And we're going to help clear that out, whatever it might be that's holding you back from your highest and best self, okay? And only you really know what that is. Your energy knows what that is. Your higher self knows what that is. So that's why it's so important that you guys are tapping into your higher selves, okay? Your source self. Who is that higher self that's outside of this body, right? And connecting into source. Because God is like saying, boo, boo, we're sending out all these new vibrations and all these new codes to everybody. You know, it's time to wake up right now. And many of you are waking up to a greater magnitude of understanding. Okay, so I feel like there's a lot of healing that takes place with that, because yes, we're healing like lifetimes. We're like doing it in like so fast right now. So we're just like compressing it all into one life. So anything that we've had take place in any of our past lives, we're bringing into this moment now, and we're going to take it and we are going to release that all in succession, they're saying. So whatever you've been releasing or whatever you've been working on is just going to be like moving, and we're just going to move really fast. Okay, we're just going to move really, really fast. So I want you guys to really feel into this energy tonight. Be in tune with it. What feels comfortable to you, allow. What feels uncomfortable, allow to leave. Whether it's tension you feel in your shoulders, and I feel like some of you are feeling that too, because I want to crack my back, I want to crack my neck. So I feel like you guys have a lot of things that are feeling tight within your body, within your energy field. And I just want you guys to release that. I want you to put out the intentions that you're releasing what no longer serves you, allowing for your highest and best self to move forward, to stand in this beautiful power, this beautiful energy that you so are. Okay, so with all the healing that's taking place in this hour that we're going to be going on, it's going to extend on and on and on. It's not going to stop. Energy is continuous. So if you keep allowing this energy to keep flowing with you and help clearing you, bringing you to your highest vibration, bringing you into balance, bringing you into whatever it is that you feel like you need right now in your life, because a lot of us need something. Okay. Marsha's watching over on Rumble. I should say hi to some of you guys. Hello, Marsha. Hello, Joyce is over there on Facebook. Lenka, YouTube. Love you, girl. Glad you're here. Robert's here, and Richard, and Ruth, and Barbara. Woo! What's up, girl? All right, who else is out here? Did I name out? Oh, Kim O is here. I saw her up there somewhere. I think I said Ruth. I think I got you all now. So if you guys are out there, say hello. and let me know where you guys are tapping in from today. Because again, the energy is coming forth, it's coming around, it's bringing all this energy in and through us. It's kind of like going in and out. It's kind of like this beautiful, it's kind of like a beautiful energy highway where there's no, obstacles in our way. The energy is just kind of flowing, but I also see it in a very circular motion. So I feel like there's a lot of energy and stuff that's going into your DNA, because that's what it feels like, that spiral to me. So I want you guys to tap into that. Maybe some new things are going to be activated for you. They're like showing me all this energy and I feel like it's being stretched. You know what I mean? So it's kind of cool. So I want you guys to feel into that. It's definitely with this stuff. So there's like pulling stuff out and allowing stuff in. So there's all this movement that's going on all at once. So I want you guys to really tap into all that because it's pretty intense tonight, because we all need this right now. Because right now, right, it's like Friday the 13th. Tomorrow we're moving into this fire ring, eclipse thing. So there's going to be a lot of energy and burning up of things of that and being able to expose things, right? So interesting. So being able to expose things. So it's going to be quite interesting, right? It's going to be quite interesting. So if you guys are able to view that tomorrow, remember not to do it with your bare eyes. I will be busy tomorrow, so I won't even be able to catch it. So I'm hoping someone gets some cool pictures. But yeah, so that'll be cool. So that'll be cool. So I want you guys to tap into all this energy, right? Because it's all shifting so much in the last few months. Really, it's sped up. I feel like I don't even know what happened in September. There were so many things that I missed out on that I was supposed to do that I didn't do. And I don't know how I overlooked them. So there was like this brain fog that happened in September, like completely what happened. So you guys may be feeling like that too. Don't feel like it's a bad thing, because it's the energy and the shifts and the changes that are happening right now. So even if some of you follow the Schumann resonance, I know a few of you out there do. I don't, but I forget because I forget. But has the numbers been fluctuating in a way or anything? And those of you that pay attention to that, this is a question for you. Because honestly, I don't know. I try to understand it and it just is over my head. But that when I say that stuff, oh my God, I feel that in my third eye. So you guys, let's release whatever that is in your third eye. We're clearing out all that old calcium. Well, it's kind of like bubble gum. It's what it looks like right now. It's like bubble gum. So I want you guys to pull the bubble gum out of the third eye. Release. I want all of you to feel this beautiful vibration of not feeling any tenseness in your body. Okay, I don't want you to feel it in your eyes, your third eye. I don't want you to feel it in your crown or your head. I don't want you to feel it in your ears or your jaw or your neck, any part of your throat. I don't want you to feel it in your shoulders. I want you just to feel free. I want you to let the energy flow down your arms, down your torso, and out the bottom of your feet. Let it run down your legs. Make it feel like you had just had this most beautiful massage and you're totally at peace right now. Your body's at peace, your mind's at peace. Feel some peace, okay? Because a lot of you have a lot of things going on. We all do. There's a lot going on worldwide right now, right? So again, I'm going to say, use discernment, tap into your highest self, into your truth, allow that to help you guide yourself forward in making the choices that you're going to be making in the near future, because many of you have a lot of choices to be making. There's decisions that you're making about how you want to treat your life or whatever you want to do to change up your life. It's time for you to tap in and find out what is your highest intention for all of that, right? Because they're showing me you are that creator. And again, when I say this brings like you guys all want to block your third eye. I don't know who this is out there, but you want to block that sucker. Rip whatever that Band-Aid is, whatever it is, it needs to come off. You need to be able to see what it is that you are wanting to create for yourself. This is where your imagination, your reality you can create. It's like your little projector. What is your intention of what you are creating right now? Okay. And when I bring that up, that brings up a little bit of that throat stuff. So again, whoever it is that doesn't want to speak your piece or say your piece, whatever it is, it's time now. Okay. It's time. We need to get rid of all this old garbage that doesn't no longer serves us. It doesn't serve us. It's kind of like, I got a great analogy for this. Okay. So all this garbage that we keep collecting, right? And then, let's say it's in our throat chakra. And imagine that throat chakra is, a garbage can, and we have a garbage bag in there, and then we fill it up so much we have to take it out like we do with our trash, right? So we take that bag out, right? And then we have to fill it up again because there's another one, and then there's another one, and then there's another one, and you forget to take it out to the street, right? You forget on that garbage day, you forget to take all this trash out to the street, right? So you have this heaping mound of all this stuff that you've been getting rid of, right? But it's time for you really to get rid of it. We've been kind of like storing it in the background a little bit, but it's really now time to take it out to the street, let the recycling truck pick that stuff up, and just take it away. Okay. So I want you guys, and as I say that, I feel like a lot of you are like letting it go. You're kind of like letting it go. So that's a good thing. But there's some that still want to hold on. So that's all right. It's all in what you have to learn now. Have fun, Richard. Good night. You must be going to do something fun. So yeah, so there's a lot of that. There's a lot of things I've been thinking, feeling, experiencing, and being in lots of different situations with people and feeling into them. And some of them are just like, what's going on? Some are not, what's going on. And then sometimes I'm like, what's going on? So we're all feeling that. Have a good night at work, Richard. There'll be a message for you when I get around to those. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So how are you guys all feeling? Hello, darlings. Anybody else out there? All right, no one else has really said hello yet. But what else? Are you guys feeling any of this? Are you guys wanting to heal? Are you guys wanting to really move forward in your new energy, your new selves? Because as you change, we're all changing as a collective, right? There are some forces out there that are very resistant, right? Are very resistant to God and to truth, okay? And they are in a... Robert says, hello from Pennsylvania. That's right. I always forget you're from Pennsylvania. I got to write that down, Robert. Maybe if I write it down, I might remember that. But there are definitely a lot more, let's say, these beautiful light workers on this earth that have finally lit all their lighthouses, where the smaller number of the dark is definitely a smaller number because we have started to light up more. We're starting to light up more. All right, Marsha are over there on Rumble. I got the two Marshas on Rumble. That's awesome. Rumble, girls, rumble. Woo! Let's rumble. All right, so the energy that's helping us shift in this time, in this place, right? Because the more of us that become more awakened, right? Because it keeps happening in stages, right? We started out as babies and then we had to start growing through all this. And as we're growing through all of this, we've been learning about our energy. We've been learning about our true selves. We've been learning about the lies and what our beliefs are. We've really had to discern through so much so fast. Okay. And if you think about it, fast, because we all had to wake up at some stage, and then some are more fast than others, right? Because I can meet someone that is just, they have like 5 questions about what's going on in their life, and then zoom, they're off and running. I'm like, woo, that's what they needed to get going, and some of us that have been doing this 30, 40 years or whatever, we're still learning. We're all going to be learning, but some have a faster pace depending on what their purpose is. And I feel like a lot of you are really starting to step into your purpose because you're helping to assist a lot of people right now. You know what I mean? So it's awesome. It's awesome. All right. Quantum, hello, my friend. It's been a couple weeks. Good to see you back here, buddy. Hello to all. I'm feeling joy, but then again, that's my vibe by default. Well, keep feeling that joy, my friend. Continue with the joy because that's what it's all about. It's finding the joy, the joy, the joy, the joy, the joy, the joy. Okay, because that's one thing that we really lack. That's one of the things that we were lacking. We no longer lack that. We are stepping into our joy now. Okay, and we are not going to give it away ever again. Okay, and that joy comes with all of our freedoms. Okay, so this is on so many different levels. There's so many different layers. It's all like been peeling back all the layers, and we're able to see another section. It's kind of like it's funny because they're showing me walking into a mansion now, so I don't know how this relates, but here we go. So it's kind of like you walk in and we walk into the foyer, and then we walk into maybe off to the right there's a room, and then there's another room, and then there's another room, and then there's another room, and then so this is going to be like quite revealing, right? It's like we get to see behind all the walls. Now, isn't that interesting that we get to see behind all the walls? So I'm interested to see what that means. Let's see what's behind all those walls. I got to write that down because that's important for me later. Walls. Awesome. Hello. I'm so happy you guys are all here and part of this group and part of Joyful Findings. And before I forget, I should probably tell you tomorrow night is the Spiritual Message Circle. So if any of you guys are looking for messages from the Goldylocks Productions show host, you guys need to tune in tomorrow night. And you might want to, because there's only going to be one in the month of October. Things have just changed. I just found out just before the show. So I'm going to put this out to you. So there's only going to be one in October. There's only going to be one in November. And there's only going to be one in December. So if this is something that you guys want to sign up for, I'm sure Miss Tiffany will drop that link right down there in the thing somewhere. But there's only going to be one for the month of October. And it is tomorrow night. So the messages will be on fire, because it'll be the circle of fire tomorrow, right? The circle of fire tomorrow. So you guys, it's awesome. Woo-hoo! Thank you. Thank you. Marsha says she's in Boulder Hot Springs listening to you. So thank you, Marsha, for listening in from Boulder. Woo-hoo! See all that beautiful energy that's coming around. So you guys are in all different places. Like I know Pennsylvania, and I know there's Florida, and I know there's North Carolina. Who else is out there? I forget who else is out there. I forget where you guys are all from. Richard is in Oklahoma. Who else is out here? Who else is out here? I already said where Robert's from. Barbara's North Carolina. Kim, I can't remember where you're from. Ruth is in Texas. All right, so we got a little bit of people all over the place. Oh, Joyce is from upstate New York. Perfect. So we're getting all over the place. We're like bing, bing, bing. We're kind of like spreading ourselves all over the map a little bit. All over the map. And sooner or later, my Indiana and Illinois and maybe my Idaho people. Oh, Quantum is up in Canada. We're stretching up there. Kim is in Illinois. See, I knew Illinois was going to be popping in. Isn't that awesome? See how that happens? Palm Coast, Florida. Hello. Hello, Arlene. Glad you could be here today. She's over there on Facebook. I thank you all for watching from Facebook and from Rumble and from YouTube. And I think we're over there on Twitter and wherever else we're being broadcast. I want to thank you. Even when you listen in the archives or you listen to the podcast later on, like in, like Apple Podcasts or wherever we are, we're in a lot of different places. I say thank you, thank you, thank you for listening, and much appreciated. So keep listening and share the shows. Give it a thumbs up or a like or whatever it is that is offered to you on the device that you're watching from. That would be great and help share the show. That's also appreciated. I appreciate you guys so very much. So very much. All right, let's see what else we got going on. Anyone else popping in here? Where else are you guys from? Did I miss anybody? Did I miss where you? Oh, and Tiffany's from Connecticut. So we're going up the coast there. Bing, 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 bing. Going up the East Coast. We got a lot of East Coast and a little bit mid. And up in Canada. I love that. Like we're stretching all these these little these things. So we're creating our own little diamonds with all these little lines going between each other. Bing, 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 bing. Amazing. Amazing. So the messages tonight are going to be, they're saying, what are the words that I'm looking for? Because I feel like they're going to be intense. So I don't know what that means. Maybe I'm going to talk a little faster than I normally do. I don't know. But I feel like they're coming from your higher selves. So, and this is going to be like more like, I feel like these messages tonight are going to be validation for you so that you guys will start trusting yourselves, because you're not trusting yourselves, right? Do, trust, trust, trust. You got to do it. You got to do it. Okay. So I want you guys to all feel into that. Also, if you guys were just tapping in now, again, I want to reiterate, there is a lot of healing energy flowing from and to all of us right now, helping us release what no longer serves us, bringing us to the highest and best place that we can be now, and to continue that moving forward. Okay. And again, I got my trusty little selenite here. We're cleaning out all the bad guys. You know, it's like all those little dust bunnies. We're like spring cleaning and we're getting rid of things and they just need to go. They don't need to be here. But I guess we're not doing it in the spring because right now is fall. So we're doing fall cleaning and we're just getting rid of all that extra heavy weight before winter. Okay, so we're clearing off all this heavy weight so we can feel good as we move forward. So, whoop-hoo, creating our own web. Yes, exactly, Quantum Blast. We are, because all those connections that are being made, right? Even though we can never always recognize them, right? We would have to break out a map. And I would like to do that someday, because if we took a map and we kind of like drew all these lines to where those people are. I mean, Tiffany can do it somehow when she gets to look at the algorithms at the end of the month or whatever, like where the people are from, you know what I mean? Or where they're listing from. I don't know how much of that she gets or whatever, but they're just showing me like seeing that on a map. Okay. So that's what they're showing me. So we're like lighting up the map, you guys. We're lighting up the world. That's what we're doing. We're lighting up the world. We're burning off all the old cobwebs, right, that have been there for a really, really long time. And they just have been taking up space. There's no spiders living at them. They're just like, it's kind of like going into old haunted house, since we're in Halloween season, right? We're going in old haunted house and there's all these cobwebs up in the corner because they've been killing bugs and all the stuff that's living there. And it's like you go in and you just clean it all out. You clean out all that old energy, all that stagnant energy, and just clear it all the way out. So you guys might be doing that to your houses, just walking around and being like, yeah, I don't need that anymore. It's time to get rid of that. Whatever it is, there's just time to get rid of stuff. Okay. It's just time to, and that's emotionally too, right? It's time to get rid of some of that emotional stuff as well. And you guys are doing a great job at that. Sometimes it doesn't feel like it, but you always do. You always do. Okay, my friends, you always do. So I have to add that it's also going to be quite interesting as we move forward through the rest of this year. Like I said earlier, I feel like things are going to move quite quickly, very fast. Okay, very fast. Just like our time, like every Friday, it's just like, how did Friday get here again? It's so fast. We're here again. But it's like things are moving very quickly. So make sure that you're in the right flow, right? And I call that my lazy river. Let's get in it. No matter what happens, we're okay. You know what I mean? And that reminds me of like, I think it was last night. Was it last night or the night before? It might have been the night before. Man, now I can't remember. Anyways, 2 nights ago, pretty sure it was 2 nights ago, I got a call from the county, and they're like, there's a tornado warning in your area seek shelter. I read it and I go, all right, do I need to seek shelter? They're like, no, go back to sleep. I'm like, all right, cool. So it's like tapping in and finding out what it is that you need to do in that moment, right? So it's like some things are split in seconds that you have to think about. Okay, do I really have to do that? Am I in danger? Your soul knows. Sometimes your soul knows before your body knows. And I had that come up again this week with a client friend, you know what I mean? That they were feeling things or knowing things before they happen. Like, say, I wish they were watching tonight, but they're not. But anyways, they can feel and see things before they happen, but they don't always know what it's connected to until after it happens. And I feel like that's happening for a lot of people too. Like your soul's giving you like a heads up, there's something coming. Because I felt it last Friday too. I felt really tense and I felt like a little nervous and on edge, and I didn't know what it belonged to, and I knew it wasn't mine. So through the weekend, it kind of played itself out. So I kind of understood what I was feeling of the collective of what because our souls know, our souls have played this before. We've gone through the scenarios. Our soul knows what's going to happen, when it's going to happen. It's kind of like when they talk about, Project Looking Glass or whatever. Our souls have already done it. Our souls have looked at this and replayed this and know the scenarios, and now it's time for us to switch it up a little bit, right? Because that's what we're here to do, is we're here to switch it up. So each of you are in the process of doing that. So I'm super proud of all of you guys for being here. Yay. Give your guys all selves a pat on the back, because you guys, to get to where you are in life right now, the things that you've had to learn and to experience can be mind-blowing for others peoples to know what you've actually gone through, because not a lot of people share their true truths about what they've been through. But I know your soul knows what you've been through and what you're going to experience and what you're going to create from this moment forward. And that's going to create a joy, love, God, happiness, all those things that, our Constitution was put together for us, and our Bill of Rights and all those beautiful things. We're taking back our power on back so many levels. So I just want to let you guys know how proud I am of all of you. And with that, we can take a break from my sponsor, Feng Shui My Space. We're getting into that holiday season. So if you guys want to switch up some things in your office or switch them up in your house, Feng Shui may be the way to go. Check out Feng Shui My Space, my friends. Beautiful. Check out fengshuimyspace.com. Give Marsha a call. Change up some things in your house. Maybe it's about your relationship area, right? Everyone's concerned with their relationships sometimes. You know what I mean? So maybe you give Marsha a call and you focus on one area of your house that has to do with relationships, right? Maybe you have to heal some of that relationship in you to create that new relationship. So give fengshuimyspace.com and check her out and give her a call. Thank you, Marsha, for being a sponsor to her Joyful Findings. Much appreciated. Thank you, darling. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. So before I get carried away again, I just want to mention again that there is only, yes, tips and donations. See, she always reminds me because I always forget. You guys can do that through the YouTube channel right here. You can YouTube me. Man, I forget what they're called right now. I hate when my brain snaps up like that. Super chats and all that stuff. Rumble rants, and also my Venmo right there on the screen for you guys. Melissa Parks -37 there. Check it out. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you for those tips and donations. They go a great way. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I know me and my landlord were just talking today about, the economy and all that stuff because he's a realtor. And he's like, yeah, things have been a little slow for me. And I was like, yeah, they're kind of slow here too. So it's like I'm seeing things that are starting to slow down. And then I saw another article where, like 15 Bank of America's shut down and stuff. So really the old structures as we remember them are really starting to fall apart. Okay, so what is going to be brought up in those structures? You know what I mean? What can you create in those businesses that are going out that are going to help? Okay, because even just around here, I've noticed in the last year or so, like several banks have closed and now they've turned into something else. You know what I mean? So use your creativity about what you could create in one of those buildings. What is it that you want to create? So I must be giving somebody an idea out there that had not thought of that before. So let's think outside the box. Yeah, check out my Spreadshirt shop too. Yeah, I just put up a couple new things up on there. And I'm working on a couple more tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. I'm busy tomorrow. Probably by next week there'll be a couple more on there. Sometimes I get into this creative flow. Someone's Venmoing me. Thank you, Barbara. You're number 3, dear. Appreciate you. All right, Barbara. Woo-hoo. Appreciate you very much. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. All right. So what else was I going to share with you guys before I carry on? Because we're about that time. We're getting ready for those messages. And many of you are ready for this. All right. Let's keep track of everyone's name on my paper. Because if not, I forget who I read for. It goes out the window. All right, let's see. Robert is first. He was number 1 for donating. And then Richard is second. And then I have Barbara as number 3. And then we'll see where we go from there. So I want to thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, and one more time, I want to mention that again too before I forget, because I know I get carried away. But tomorrow night, the Spiritual Message Circle, again, there is only 1 in October, 1 in November, and 1 in December. So there's only 3 more for the rest of this year. So you may want to sign up early if you want to be involved in that tomorrow night. Even if you can't show up there live to be there, you guys can still get the same messages and tap into them later. It's so amazing how everybody's messages to just kind of flow together. So again, check that out tomorrow night. All right, let's see where I'm going here. All right, Robert. Let's see what's shaking in Robert's world today. All right, Robert. You still have a lot of change coming up in love relationships, family relationships. I feel like you might be getting closer and further away from some. It all depends on who they are, and what you are willing to still tolerate. Okay, I'm getting that sometimes you have to let people be. Okay, just be. Let them be who they need to be, and you watch from this from away. I don't know what word I'm looking for, but away. Okay. So it's like there's something new that's coming for you as well, Robert. And I know this, we've been saying this probably for a couple months now, but sometimes it takes that long for things to come into fruition or for to make yourself to be fully ready for all of that. But I feel like love is coming into the place, but it's also about self-love. It's not just about the love relationship, but it's about self-love, Robert. Okay. So I feel like you are really starting to understand yourself so much more. It's almost like you love yourself so much. I feel like I'm in this warm, cushy little, I feel like I'm in a little, I feel like, like I'm in a coat, in a cushy coat that I feel just so comfortable and I feel secure and I feel all of that. So I feel like you are giving yourself a lot of self-love, but I also feel like there is going to be this beautiful person that's going to be coming into your life that's going to, bring a few butterflies. That's the words they're using. They're going to bring a few butterflies to you, Robert. So, but you're also going to bring them to her as well. So it's going to be reciprocal. Okay. So it's going to be a good thing. So just be ready and open for that and be honest with yourself and with others. no matter what it is, because it's going to pay off in the end. So I'm going to leave that with you, Robert. Thank you very much. All right. And Mr. Richard Riddle, who's at work now, and we'll get his message later. Richard Riddle. It's funny because every time I write riddle or whatever, I always want to come up with a riddle for you, Richard. Oh. All right, Richard. So you are going through a lot as well. Your energy is like, I feel like I have a bullhorn. That's what your energy feels like right now. So I feel like I'm belting it out there. I'm really getting it out there. So I'm getting this energy, and it's also, what would Jesus do? So I don't know if you've been thinking about that lately, but they're like, what would Jesus do? That's some of the words that I'm getting in this moment. And excuse me, there's a lot of energy that you are changing when I say all of that, Richard. Okay, but I feel like you have this really loud bullhorn, do, and you have a lot of things that you're saying to people. And it's not for me to tell you what you're telling them, but it's just to know that it's happening. Okay, that you're putting your energy, you're putting your information out there. And also, whatever you're doing at work, I feel like that's changing a little bit too, because I feel like I'm in different departments, or I'm moving things around, or I'm doing something. I feel like I'm in charge of stuff. Okay, so I don't know what that means for you in your workplace, but I feel like there's all this, stuff that you're moving around. So just continue doing that, Richard. It's going to pay off in the end. There's going to be a promotion coming up because there's going to be shifts and changes within the workforce. So just be aware of that as we come forward. So I'm going to leave that with you, Richard. I'm going to leave that with you. All right, let's see what else I have. Oh, we got Barbara. Barbara. All right, Barbara. I love giving you messages. Let's see what's going on with Barbara. Barbara. Woo, lots of energy going on around you. I bet you've been feeling this stuff a lot, haven't you? You're like a little lots of energy. I feel like you've been doing a lot more massages and healing, or the people you've been around may have feel like they're a little bit more chaotic, because I feel like they're all spinning on their tops, which is kind of funny. But you are like the calm in the storm. You're like, I got this. I got this. You know what I mean? And you're just kind of like pushing it all off. So whatever's going on with the energy that you're of the people that you're healing or whatever, you're not taking it on. You're pushing it off. And you're able to show them what they're looking at or what they're dealing with. So I think those angel cards and whatever messages you're giving them, or in addition, are really helpful. And for you, I also feel like, I don't know if we talked about this or not, because I always forget, but I feel like there is another trip coming up for you, because I feel like you're the traveling lady. So I feel like this trip is coming up for you. Oh, in January. Never mind. We already talked about this. I just remembered now. So whatever that is in January, that's going to be a good thing for you. But I also feel like we're fitting in something before that. I feel like we're fitting in just a quick getaway. So I don't know if you want to jot down to Florida or whatever, but I feel like it's in a warm place, and I don't feel like it's with family or anything like that. So I just feel like you're going to bebop somewhere. So you're going to take a quick trip, even if it's inland a little bit. I feel like it's just like a little weekend retreat for yourselves, where you just go and you unwind. You don't know anybody, and you just like bring a book, and you're like in the country, or you're near the water, and you're just being. Right? You're just being, because I feel like you're going to get a lot of messages, and wherever you're drawn to, I want you to pay attention. Even if you break out the map and you feel over the map and you don't look at the map, remember, don't look at the map. You're not allowed to look at the map. You have to feel the map and feel it out and see what it's talking to you. What is talking to you? Which one does it say to stop on? It's just like when we're doing, observing, when we're doing Reiki and stuff, where we feel that energy. Where do we feel that energy when we're searching that map? So I get that you're going to be going on a little adventure there, Barbara, a little adventure following the energy of that. Okay. And it's going to be good, because it's almost like good. And also, I feel like you're getting a ribbon. So I feel like your guides, your angels, your loved ones are like giving you a blue ribbon. So I feel like you've like There's some kind of graduation of some sort. You know, it's like going to the country fair and you've got the best apple pie and you win the blue ribbon. You know what I mean? So I feel like you've got the blue ribbon, and I feel like that means something for you. So pay attention to the blue ribbon. Blue ribbon, Robin. I don't know why I just called you Robin, but the blue ribbon. Oh, have you seen a robin lately? That's interesting. Has a robin been coming to you, Barbara? Because I feel like it's mom. See, and she just validated it right there on my phone. Okay, so there's a robin that's coming to you, and I feel like it's in your front yard or whatever. So I just want you to pay attention, Barbara, to the birds that are showing up for you and everything that's showing up for you and how glorious your life's going to be moving forward. So I'm going to leave that with you, Barbara. Thank you. Thank you very much for being here. And thank you for your donation. Much appreciated. All right, you guys. Woo! And let's see. Robert says, thank you, Melissa. You're very welcome. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. All right, let's see. I know there was a few more people out there that asked for messages. I feel like there's people out tonight. Where is everybody tonight? I feel like, you know, I feel like everyone is busy. I feel like there's a lot of busyness going on out there in the world. You know what I mean? There's people taking care of things and getting things done. So that's really a good thing. That's not, you know, I'm sad that they're not here, but I'm also glad that they're getting things done. I'm glad they're getting things done. Okay. Joyce says she would like a message. All right. I'm going to write you guys' names down. I know Kim O asked for a message up there. Ruth would like one too. And I know Kim O asked one earlier. Now, anybody else? Anybody else? Boop, boop. What was I just talking about? But anyways, I forgot what I was just talking about. Now we got some new ones. New peeps. New peeps. All right, I'm going to start with you three first then. All right, Joyce Gass up there in upstate New York. It's getting to be winter time. Brr. All right. All right, let's see what I got for you, Joyce. All right, so Joyce, I feel like you are moving through you are moving through okay, so I'm in the lazy river, right? So you're moving along with the flow. Again, I feel like there's some hesitation about going further because I feel like there's still people around you that want to stop you from your flow. So, whoever these people are, you need to tell them in a very polite way that they need to back off and just allow you to be who you need to be in this moment, okay? Because it's like you need the freedom to just flow, and then you can teach them how to just flow. So I don't know if you have kids or whatever, but I feel like whatever you're learning, you're teaching, and you're learning and you're teaching at the same time. So keep going. Just allow that to keep going for yourself, Joyce. And bundle up because I feel like winter is going to be a little chilly. All right. And Barbara says, a blue ribbon. Yes, I have seen a small bird. Hi, Mom. Thank you so much. I am trying to be the calm in the storm. Love you. I love you too. I love you too. I just lost the cap to my pen. All right. Let's see. Now I just did Joyce, and then we'll do Ruth and then Kim O. Marsha Culver would like a message too. All right. Marsha C. And I might as well put in Marsha M over there too. All right. I think I can fit you guys all in because I still have time. All right. So, Ruth, let's see what's shaking in your world this week. Ruth, I feel like I'm putting things together. I feel like I've just ordered this is so funny because I feel like you just got a delivery from something from IKEA, and it's something that has to be completely put together, right? So I feel like you are in the process of putting something together. Okay, right from the you have all the pieces. Now it's time to put it all together. So you're putting that together, and I feel like you're putting it in a bow. So I feel like whatever it is, it's ready for Christmas time. So you just keep creating what it is you're creating. Don't let things get you in the way. Just keep going. That's what they're saying, Ruth. Wrap it up in a bow. Pew, pew, pew. And it's a big red bow. It's a big red bow. It's a big red bow. All right. So I'm going to leave that with you, Ruth. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Now, Kim O, you asked something about your love life. I don't recall exactly what that message said. Joy says, thank you. Spot on with the children and friends. Now in the 40s here, and I have a feeling we're in for this winter too. Yeah, it's going to be a little chilly. It's going to be a little chilly, but it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. It's going to kind of be refreshing. Refreshing. Kind of like old winters. Remember old winters when they were different than they are? They've been different. But anyways, that's what I feel like. Old winters. But anyways, all right. Kim O, I know you asked something about your love life. So let's see if I can tap in and see what's going on. And I think you asked something about moving too. Moving, you have to just make up your mind if you're going to move. Okay. If you feel like it's time, your soul knows it's like time. It's kind of like when I get to a point where I make a decision and I just do it. And it's like you have to make the decision, it's time. And then that could open you up for more love because I don't feel like you're in a relationship right now. I feel like you're going through a healing process. I feel like you're learning about yourself again. I feel like you're going to be open to that new love coming shortly, maybe by the end of this year, maybe into the beginning of the year. It's going to depend on you. If you decide to move, that's going to, increase your chances because then you're going to be in an area that you don't know people, that you'll get to know people. So it's all going to be a matter of the choices that you make moving forward about how those things transpire. But I feel like those things are coming for you. You just have to make some decisions. Like you have choices. Like I feel like it's so funny because I feel like I wish I had one of my decks of cards right now. I put everything away right now. But I feel like I have the fanned out like one of my decks of cards and I can pick out what it is that I want to do. So they're saying that you have choices that you have to make. So you need to start making them for your highest and best self with no fear. Leave the fear behind, okay? Leave the fear behind. So I'm going to leave that with you, Kim. All right, so Marcia C and then Marcia M. Woo-woo. Let's cruise right along, my little friends. All right, Miss Marcia C, Marcia Culver, out there in Boulder. Marcia, you're always on adventure. All right, so I'm getting your energy's so fun because you're always just so all over the place. You know what I mean? Because you're not grounded in one spot. You're one of those people that I always like to call you the gypsy because you're always on the move, right? It's like you're taking all your talents and you're taking all your energy into all these places. But not only that, you're taking your energy into those places, you're gathering some of those energy from that place to take it to the next place. Whether you're taking it back home or you're taking it to the next festival or you're taking it to this or that or whatever, it doesn't matter. Your energy is what it's kind of like I'm going to call you the ping pong ball right now or the pinball. You know what I mean? Because you just bounce all over the place. And this energy that you're taking with you actually is designing something. So it'd be quite interesting, if you took out a map yourself, you know what I mean? And started going, all right, I was here, 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 and start drawing those lines in between to see what kind of shape or symbol that you seem to come up with. I feel like that would be significant with you. And I also feel like you are in the process of opening a new door. Okay, so there's going to be a new opportunities. There's going to be it's almost like a new you with the new opportunities. So be open to the new opportunities that are going to appear to you and keep speaking your truth because that's so important and you're helping a lot of people. So continue on this journey, Marcia. I appreciate you. Thank you. I'm going to leave that with you. And then we have Marcia Morse, my beautiful sponsor. Miss Marcia Morse. Let's see what I get for you. I'm getting breathe before I even get the rest of your name written. Breathe. Focus on your breath. It's like you need to breathe today. There is a lot going on, but breathe. We're going to get through this. And that's going to be your calm. So breathing. And also I'm getting, it's so funny because your dog is talking to me. I don't know if you have not been getting her outside enough or whatever, but she's like, can we go back over the church? I know it's been hot the last few days or whatever, but for some reason your dog is calling you over to the church. So I don't know if you're going to see like, maybe a new bird or you're going to meet a new person or whatever, but I feel like your dog is bringing you over there for a reason. Okay, so you're being drawn to the church by the dog. She's so funny because she's like, "Bah, bah, 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 bah." You know what I mean? So she's being her normal self, but she's like, I don't know what she's drawing you over there for, but the church you're being drawn to, because I guess your energy has to keep connecting in with that, because then so many people come into that church that you're connecting in with. And I feel like it kind of brings in like this tightness around my chest area. You know what I mean? So it must be you're helping to release some of those people in that continue to go to that church. But it's good for you too, because I feel like you might meet somebody there. So don't be afraid to go, even walking, before church starts or whatever. Also, new opportunities are coming for you too. Be open, and you keep doing exactly what you do because you're beautiful at what you do. Your job is your passion. So you're helping those people. So your guides, your angels, your loved ones are telling you to continue along that journey, adding the feng shui in when people are ready. But you are like, you're going to continue to keep helping people, and you're going to be able to create those things that you want to create. Okay. Those little compounds and those things that you are thinking of recreationally that you would like to create, those will be a reality for you. So I'm going to leave that with you, Marsha. Thank you. Thank you, darling. Okay, you guys, we have about 6 minutes left before we wrap up our beautiful hour. So I want to mention again that we have been going through a lot of healing process. The energy that we've been connecting in with has been helping us to release and allow what no longer serves us, helping us stand into our true power and allowing us to expand, right? Because sometimes we keep ourselves very small, but we're expanding now into our true selves. So keep expanding into who you are. Okay. And sometimes people get annoyed when they're like, what do you mean expand? What do you mean? I mean, don't keep yourself shut down. Don't keep yourself locked up. Allow yourself to be a free spirit. Okay. Allow yourself to be the adventurer that you are. Allow yourself to do what it is that you feel like you're supposed to be doing in that moment. Okay. And not everybody is the same. That's why we're all different. We all came down here to walk the same paths, right? But with different purposes. Okay. We're all going in the same direction. We're all going towards God again. We're all going towards the light. We have to, because the darkness has to fall. And that is happening now. The darkness is falling. They no longer can fight us. We are too strong. We are too light. We are too aware. We are too ready to create something new that is good for all of us. So again, as all those old structures fall, we build with new foundations, and you are those foundations. We're building from our foundations this time rather than others' foundations. Okay, because it's funny as I say that, and I was watching this thing. I don't know. Sometimes I get, caught up in my social media or whatever. And I was watching this one gentleman posted this thing from TikTok or whatever. And it's about how many old cities were, maybe they were mudded up or whatever. And then we built on top of them. So again, like those old structures, so it kind of reminded me of places like, any place where there would be old structures that were built in the 1900s or the 17 and the 1800s. What did they really build on top of? Right? Because again, even in upstate New York, I saw this other, thing where they dug down, like 100 feet or whatever, and they found copper wires. So how are they using telephone, way back then in the 1800s, when we didn't invent that until, later on in life or whatever. So again, history and the things that we've been told and taught is something we have to discern through as well. Sometimes these things are used to manipulate us, and we can't allow that anymore. We're no longer that. We are no longer no longer manipulated. No longer. We are standing in our truth, our power, and all of that. And you can see, as I say that, I feel like I'm protecting my heart, because it's like they want to invade that. Okay. They want to take that part away from us, and they can't have that. This is our soul. This is where our God GPS is, our God positioning sensor, our heart, what are we doing? What is our purpose? How are we helping others to advance themselves? And we're not stamping all over them. That's not our job. Our job is here to assist them and to help them. Okay. And that's what we're going to be doing as we move forward, because as you create, then the others can learn around you that they also get to create. Okay. And you guys, this is an amazing time to be alive and to be able to create. Okay. It is so easy to do this now for all of you. Break the old chains. I think there's a song that goes with that, but I'm not that person. That would be somebody else. Marsha says, thank you. Lovely, Melissa. You're welcome, Marsha. You're welcome. I totally appreciate you guys watching over there on Rumble. I'm glad there's some views, and I'm glad you guys are using that live chat over there. That's amazing. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And let's see what else. Anybody else? Let's see. We only have 1 minute left, so it wouldn't matter. So, but anyways, okay. So I have a message for all of you as we move through this week. As we move through the following days, minutes, and seconds, we are feeling all that healing that I've been talking about in the last hour. We feel like every cell within our body is lit and doing exactly what it needs to do. We feel that all our DNA is being unscrambled and it's in proper order. We feel like everything within our body is true and real. Okay, I don't know what that means for you right now, but I want you to feel connected to your source, your God self. I want you in your protective bubble, so we don't have to take in other people's crap if we don't have to. We can see it all day long, but it needs to stay outside of our bubble. Okay, we need to stand in our truth, our power. And they want you all to take a deep breath, because again, I feel like this week is going to move very, very quickly, and it's going to keep you on your toes in your personal life and in the news cycles. So I want you to be focused on your higher self, focus on that breath, and stay centered. I love each and every one of you, and I'll see you next week. Love you guys.